Hi Sergey, so thanks for talking to me today. Would you be able to tell me who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So we run a company called smartcontract.com, and we've been doing that for a number of years, focused on making smart contracts that are externally aware.
Yeah.
So they're contracts that can receive inbound data, and they can make outbound payments.
Okay.
So they're contracts that are capable of more than just tokenization, and kind of here at Sybos, related to our work with Swift, and things seem to be going well. So that's what we're continuing to do. I mean, the thing that kind of keeps me up at night and the thing that gets me super excited is that right now somebody like in Papua New Guinea or whatever could discover oil, right? They can discover a natural resource, they can discover something of value. And within the current system, they can make a ton of promises that they know at the time that they're making them, they might not have to keep because the legal infrastructure and the banking infrastructure and all these things that are supposed to enforce their promises, they won't. Right? And that's why a lot of folks that control resources that really, in terms of just terms, belong to other people, make false promises, right? So the really cool thing, I think, would be if, in the future, somebody gets a natural resource or somebody gets a piece of a company or something that does belong to a larger group of people, and instead of them going out and making a bunch of vague promises and we have a vision and we have a this and we have a that, instead of all these wonderful nice terms to placate people into doing their will, they will make a smart contract. They will go, guys, we will take all the money, we will take the revenue stream from this. It will go here. I don't control where it goes. It'll go there, and when it gets there, it'll be distributed according to the ownership of these and these people, right? And all of that will go through a public ledger. And if at any point it stops, it'll become readily apparent to everybody. And if it stops, then we have all this money in escrow that if for whatever reason, the smart contract doesn't care what. For whatever reason, my promise that I made to you when we began out on this endeavor isn't being fulfilled, then all that money in escrow, guess where it goes? It goes back to you, right? And there's no legal process, there's no vagueness, there's no capacity for people to make very significant, important promises and not fulfill them. And I think as a general dynamic, that's going to improve society in the next 5, 10, 20 years to a really large degree. Because people will, you'll just be making a very valuable agreement and you'll be like, oh, you want to do this? Okay, let's put it in a system that neither you or I can escape from. And we have to fulfill what we said. That's a world I would like to live in.
We make open source software, and we think we make it so well that it's likely to become a standard. So that's our approach.
Are equally easy, so it's just not.
It's up to them of how. It's a risk-based approach, basically.
That's the difference. Right now, the risk-based approach is you're screwed.
Everything on right now. Yeah. So yeah.
That's the risk-based approach. That's not good.
No, that's not good.
Right? The better approach is you have a budget, you want to buy security.
How much you need, how much.
Buy what security you want to buy. Here's the system. Buy it. You want to buy more? Buy more. Show it to your counterparty. They're comfortable the contract works. You have a good working contract. Then we have good digital agreements that actually do useful things. Until then, it's very difficult for me to see how we have truly interesting, smart contracts. Until that happens, the majority of the usage is going to be around tokens because that's the encapsulated kind of secure on its own, out of the box functionality, which is fine, but that's not what I signed up for, right? We've been doing this we're over 5 years. Like what we signed up for is smart contracts as the dominant form of digital agreement because it's deterministic and reliable and fair and like all these other nice qualities, right? So that's what this is meant to.
Yeah. So our approach is decentralization and providing a large collection of both inputs and outputs while layering on as many layers of security as we can, starting with trusted execution environments, going on to zero knowledge and other approaches. And yeah, so that's our approach. We plan to have hundreds of chain links available to people soon. so that they can combine them with their contract code on various networks and basically make their contracts capable of like winning. People should be showing up to meetings at insurance companies and securities firms and all kinds of places, and they should just be winning. But right now, they're not always winning. They're not necessarily winning. Because when they show it to a CIO or a lead architect, he's like, how does that actually work? What's the end-to-end security? And it falls flat, in our opinion, or in our experience. But if they start showing up and they say the end-to-end security is very high, it's already connected to all the inputs and outputs you're used to, and it's going to do everything you need to do in a highly reliable, highly secure manner, then you just win, in my opinion, because it's great. It's a good thing. Reliability, determinism. I like it.